gonna be honest, Tom Holland is not hot.
It's kind of like about finding yourself and like being who you really are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cinema Scoop. It's that time of the year. Miley Cyrus just defrosted, every mall in the country blasting festive music, and stamps are being bought left and right and center for letters to be mailed way up north. That's right, everybody. Christmas has officially arrived. In the spirit of the season, let's go over some Christmas movies. Now, Christmas movies are kind of hard to define, or more specifically, like festive movies. So there are a couple of things that can really like define them. For example, the seasonal feeling. It's got to be like snowing, cold, stuff like that. Obviously, needs a festive music. Think about most things you'll hear in like Home Alone, Elf, that type of stuff. The importance of family. That's definitely one that's important. And like a force of nature. For example, most Christmas movies have Santa Claus, or a miracle, or some sort of fate that kind of turns the plot.
Or a wish list.
Wish list as well. There you go.
So some Christmas movie examples are Home Alone 1 and 2, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Polar Express, Noel, Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Frosty the Snowman, which is a classic.
Obviously. Well, you did forget one, which is one of my top threes, actually, and that would be Elf. Old movie,
Right.
Will Ferrell, amazing actor, about, well, if you haven't seen it, it's about this human who's kind of raised up to be an elf, and eventually he's sent back to New York so he could see his dad and kind of like bring back Christmas spirit for everyone who's kind of stopped believing, especially for his father.
I saw on TikTok that there was like a meme where Buddy said it's 10 a.m. Santa's coming, and then did you ever see that meme on TikTok?
No, never seen it.
He's like, Santa, oh my god. Because, he knows Santa from like the North Pole, but people don't believe he's really from the North Pole.
Yeah, who would?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Well, I mean, speaking of TikTok, one that I've seen is when he finds like the mall Santa, the fake one, and in front of all the kids just rips off his beard and just traumatizes them. He's like, this Santa's not real, he's a fake Santa, and it's just hilarious.
Right.
Speaking of hilarious, another comedy movie, one of my obviously favorites, Home Alone. Little kid,
Home Alone.
yes, Kevin McCall.
His parents left him.
Forgot him on Christmas morning.
I hope I never do that to a kid.
Not Christmas morning, days before Christmas. Kevin McAllister gets left home by his parents after he slams his door, upset at his parents, wishing that everyone would just leave him alone. So gets the perfect Christmas gift of being home alone all weekend by himself for Christmas. I mean, on paper, who wouldn't want that? Let's be completely honest.
He's great too. Eight-year-old doing laundry.
He was 8?
He was 8, 9, right?
I'm
pretty sure.
I feel like he was older than 8.
No, I'm pretty sure 8 or 9 in that movie, in the first one. He bought groceries. He stole a toothbrush. He did his own laundry. He decorated the whole Christmas. He decorated the whole house. And he made this weird obstacle for the robberies or kidnappers, whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah, you're naming all the good stuff, though. You forgot about all, like, the shenanigans that he came up with. For example, like...
Cars. They tripped on the little toy cars.
Yeah, but I'm also talking about, like, all the fun stuff he did. He ate junk food. He watched movies all day. He was just being a kid. He went into his brother's room and went through his stuff, which we cannot talk about here on YouTube. But, I mean, it was awesome. It was, like, really, again, something that, on paper, incredible. Like you said, though.
Yeah, it's my family's tradition to watch Home Alone every single Christmas.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, it never gets old, especially the TV guy, the whole saying.
Yeah, okay, and now the black, when he's black,
can't really say, but everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a count of 3. Yeah, no, classic line. Now, here's one that's kind of debated, whether it's Christmas movie, Halloween movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I've only watched it once. I barely remember what happens in that movie.
You've watched it once.
Mm-hmm.
The stop animation, incredible movie that cannot be replicated. You've only watched once.
Yep. All I know is that it's a skeleton, right?
Jack Skellington,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
who is tired of being part of Halloween because just too boring, or I think that's kind of how it is, and he stumbles upon a bunch of trees that bring him to different holidays, and he finds Christmas, and he wants to change the way that everyone in the Halloween town kind of sees stuff. So he eventually kidnaps Santa, brings him to his Halloween town, and takes over as Santa and just delivers scary and disgusting presents to all the children. And it was hilarious. Loved it.
Nice.
But don't go anywhere, because we'll be back soon and we'll discuss Lexi's favorite movies.
Welcome back. In case you somehow forgot what we were going to talk about, between the 2 seconds of transition, we're here for my favorite movies. So without further ado, let's hop right back into it. So my favorite movies are Home Alone 2, which you know is where he miraculously got confused with a guy who looked just like his dad, and then he got onto the wrong plane. Instead of going to, where were they going? Florida, right?
Florida, I think so, yeah.
He ended up in New York City.
Yeah.
And he was all alone, and the Wet Bandits, as they call themselves, got out of prison somehow. They just escaped, and they ended up in New York City, where Kevin McAllister is all by himself. And he had his dad's credit card, his stolen, he didn't really steal it, he had his dad's bag for looking for batteries for his voice recording thing that he had. And at the end, it showed a bill of like $700 worth of room service. It was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, it could have been, think about that, it could have been so much worse.
It really could have.
But Home Alone 2, really? Not the original one?
I like the New York City one more.
Why?
I don't know. I really like New York City a lot. I'm gonna go there more. Obviously, right now, I just want to go to New York City and have a whole day where I just eat food.
Just New York City food?
Yeah, like Raising Cane's. You know what that is?
No.
It's like a place where there's chicken fingers and French fries. And
Yeah.
then Din Tai Fung, that's gonna open up. It's like a Asian restaurant that's like trending on TikTok. I really want to try it so badly.
Well, I mean, this is a movie
Mhm.
show, not a food show.
I'm
so
getting off track, sorry.
Yes, just a little bit.
Okay, next one is Christmas Chronicles 2. It's about these two kids who somehow get teleported into the North Pole.
Okay.
And Santa sees them. They kind of like almost die of hypothermia because they're in the North Pole, just in shorts and a t-shirt because they came from Florida.
Oh, God.
And there's this one elf who was friends with Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus, but he broke the elf's code.
Oh, no.
So when you do that, you get turned into a human. And he hates humans. So he tried to destroy Christmas and steal the North Star, which is the star that keeps everything from, like, being a total blizzard in the North Pole, and like, which it helps Christmas go every once a year. So without
Pretty
that,
bad concept.
yeah, I'm just trying to word it, but like, it's not coming out.
Yeah, you're not very good at explaining.
Basically, the star prevents
A
destruction
year-long
from
blizzard.
happening.
A year-long blizzard at the North Pole.
That will destroy Christmas and never happen. It will never happen again. Which will never happen in real life because Santa doesn't exist.
There are children that are probably watching this. You can't be saying
Probably
that.
not.
Santa Claus does exist. So does the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, all of that other stuff. They exist. Don't worry.
Anyways,
Don't worry.
next one is Elf. You talked about it already. It's not my
Obviously.
favorite one, but it's one that I like and enjoy. But yeah, Buddy and
I'm surprised you didn't have Elf 2 or something. Is there an Elf 2? No? Okay, good.
No, I think there's just one elf movie.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, because you keep talking about sequels, and for the most part, as far as I've seen, nothing can be an original. So I don't know what you think, but no.
And it's sad to see, but that unfortunately wraps up everything here on today's episode. Hope you all enjoy the holidays and have a very Merry Christmas.